en su perspectiva, ¿qué creen que la patrulla fronteriza se comunica con todos ustedes como inmigrantes cuando están en la detención, which en inglés significa, in your perspective, what do you think the border patrol communicate with all you as an immigrant when you are in detention or when you are detained? Y one of them dice, en mi perspectiva me hablan en mi idioma también, no me comunican cuando voy a tener corte sobre mi caso y también tengo que preguntar por pedir informes. En inglés es, in my perspective, they speak in my language, but en nuestra perspectiva, los agentes de la patrulla no siempre se comunican con nosotros. Nosotros somos los que le preguntan cuándo vamos a tener corte y también nos hablan también nos hablan en nuestro lenguaje, como en español, nos leen nuestros derechos. In many cases, they have been doing like kind of protests because they have like a lot of children like in detention, immigrants, right, in detention, and the way they communicate with them, it's kind of difficult for them to be like, because they're separate from their parents and they want them to go
on the trading floor. But I'm still pretty new to it. I graduated from college about a year and a half. Was asking insecure college students what their biggest passion was. Like, but you know what? I lied. To pay my rent and do real adult things is something that we're rarely willing to admit to employers, to others, and even to ourselves. I know I wasn't about to tell my recruiters that I was there for the money. And the reason this is true is to do that. Now, I can't speak for everyone, but this is especially true for young immigrant professionals like me. And the reason this is true has something to do with the narratives that society has kept hitting us with in the news, in the workplace, and even by those annoyingly self-critical voices in our heads. So what narratives am I referring to? Well, there's two that come to mind when it comes to immigrants. The first is the idea of the immigrant worker. You know, people that come to the U.S. in search of jobs as laborers or field workers, dishwashers, you know, things that we might consider low-wage jobs, but that immigrants, that's a good opportunity. The news nowadays has convoluted that whole thing quite a bit. You could say that it's made America's relationship with immigrants complicated. And as immigrant expert George Borjas would have put it, it's kind of like America wanted workers, but then they got confused when we got people instead.
Basically, this video is talking about an immigrant came to the U.S. to follow the American dream. When different voices come together, immigrants, they only want the best for them and for the kids. So migrants at the border feel that they have like, which like that they don't have a choice to like be able that they don't have a choice to enter to the which this video shows. It's gonna show, which I don't have the right to it.
With the second option, they're crossing between ports of entry, a misdemeanor under American law. More and more migrants are taking this path. Last month, the number found crossing illegally almost hit 100,000, the highest in 12 years. A large majority, more than ever before, are families. Comes in, the first step to claiming asylum for anyone who enters illegally.
¿De dónde vienen ustedes? ¿De Honduras? ¿Tienen documentos para estar en los Estados Unidos legalmente? Okay. Tengan paciencia, ahorita los van a atender. Sick. Okay. He's got all the meds and stuff, but he looks like shit. Okay.
¿Por qué decidiste cruzar por acá y no por el puente?
La verdad, pues me preocupa mi niño también.
Sí. Pero en algún momento pensaste cruzar por el puente oficial.
Pues era la idea, pero no pude, ¿por
work in a place.
La verdad, mi niño no puede esperar, viene bien mal.
¿Alguien aparte del niño está lastimado? ¿Está enfermo? No, ok. Cuando lo llevemos a la estación, allá pueden ver el médico. Ok. Legally, but he couldn't wait anymore because his child was sick. Do you think that the fact that people are having to wait so long to cross legally is pushing them to cross this way illegally, the way we're seeing them cross right now?
No,
Why not?
no, the capacity is the same thing. Even if we'd allow everybody to come in, even at the ports of entry, we'd be faced with the same situation.
So why not allow everyone to
Hours,
come in at the ports of entry?
days, because that way we can control what is in our custody of people. So you're gonna bring in 200 people. Where are you gonna put them? Where?
In many cases, like people cross illegally, like people from Honduras or Guatemala or some places over there in the South America or in Mexico, is because they want a better life, but there's process that they need to go through, which some border patrols, they're kind of mean or racist, if you could say it like that. But at a point, like when people, like right now, like in the current situation where there's a lot of like immigrants crossing for a better life, right now there are like more than 1,000 detained, even children that they're separated from the families, which is hard for also for immigrants because they want to like a life, which sometimes the communication between the border patrol, sometimes it's like kind of bad at a point, but like after a while they actually speak in their language for most of the part.